Well, hiya guys, Stuart here with the Thursday night East Midlands net and frequency tonight 27250, and it's January the 11th, and it's just before 7 o'clock. So I'm just about to start the net for the Thursday. So yeah, when we get a few contacts, I'll start the video camera. 75, yeah, if you can come back with your personal and location.
Okay, Stuart, good evening to you. The operator name is Tom, Tango Oscar Mike, and the location tonight, home base near the town of Lutterworth. Go ahead.
No problem at all, Tom. Sounding absolutely brilliant there, mate. Yeah, you're the first one tonight, and yeah, I'm just not. I'll ask you to come back with that call sign in just a minute, if that's okay, because I've just holding the camera for a second to start things off. Fantastic, that's really good. Actually, it's funny you should say where you are. I'm actually going over there tomorrow. Well, near Bawtry. Anyway, there's a racing school near there, horse racing, and yeah, I'm heading over that way tomorrow morning. Over.
Yeah, so that's Stuart, yeah. I believe if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's the Northern Racing School. It's not very far from where I live, actually, just only a mile or so from Robin Hood Airport. Back to you.
That's it, that's the one. That's exactly where I'm going. Yeah, going there tomorrow morning. And yeah, I was just going to say, it's just down the road from the airport. Yeah, pretty quiet, that airport. I went up there a couple of weeks ago to see what was going on while I was waiting for my daughter. But yeah, it was. I think I saw probably 2 aircraft.
Yeah, it's quiet time of year now, Stuart, for that. It picks up a bit from spring onwards when holidays start again. But yeah, it's quiet at the moment. You get a few cargo planes coming in at the moment, but apart from that, just scheduled flights to Poland mainly. But the racing school, you can't miss it. If you come out to Bawtry on the A638, it's about 2 or 3 miles out of Bawtry, comes up on your left-hand side.
Zero signal, but a good distance there. I don't know what it is, 100 and whatever miles straight line, I presume, across country, from one side of England to the other. But yeah, no problem, my friend. And Radio 5. Did I get the call sign correct, just for my records? Was it Charlie Tango 2427? Is that correct? QSL?
Yeah, that's correct, guys. 100%. 100% QSL.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much there. I copied that. And my call sign for you was Charlie Tango 2681. Personal James, and I'm near Bristol. QTH is very near to Bristol there. Nice to hear. I must admit, I don't usually pick up well from that area, really, but I got you really nice tonight on the radio. It seems to be very quiet. I got zero sort of QRM or any other interference, so audio is very good there tonight.
That way, Stuart.
Yeah, thank you very much for the contact, my friend.
Yeah, no problem, Johnny. It's nice to meet you on the radio, and I'm sure we'll catch you another day. Microphone back to the chair, and I think it's the front row surrounded by at the moment. It's very still a signal. Anyway, microphone back to the chair.
That way, Stuart.
Thanks for that. Back to you, Stuart.
Okay, thanks a lot for that, guys. Okay, so to let you all know, I'm that last over, and I still am now. Yeah, I was just recording that, so if it's okay with you guys, I will put that little snippet onto the Facebook page and the YouTube channel a little, probably late tomorrow night, because I'm out driving all day. So if that's okay with all you guys, I'll put it on.
464.
Yeah, Roger, Stuart. No problems at all with myself. And if you get a chance, Stuart, is there any chance of patching me through to Rod in Grimsby? I can hear him loud and proud. If there is the opportunity, that'd be nice. Back to you.
That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. I shall do that in just a moment. Yeah, the station's on the side. Yeah, I'll call you in just 1 minute, okay, if that's okay. I appreciate your patience. Yes, we've got Rob. If I'll just check if Rob is still actually there, because I think he did QSY. Rob, are you still on the frequency?
Rod, Romeo Oscar Delta, not Romeo Oscar Bravo. I'm still here, mate.
I do apologise. Yeah, listen, we've got a couple of stations out there making, you know, a real big distance. It would be incredible if you could get them. We've got James, and he's down at Dursley, which is near Bristol. Are you picking anything up from him?
Yes, I'm receiving him radio free.
There you go. Would you like to take it through to, firstly through to James, and then if you could try to get, I think it was Kevin, and he's down in Dorking.
Yes, James, 26 Delta Romeo 15, static mobile, trying for you.
Yeah, I believe the personal there is Rod, Delta Romeo 15. This is, the personal is James, Charlie Tango 2681, near Bristol, QSL.
QSL on that, James, no problem at all. Santiago 0, and a radio 3 to 4. Your audio is crystal clear there, James, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, thank you, Rod. Similar here, my friend, 0 San Diego 0, radio 4, making a good distance there. I am also static mobile, QSL.
QSL on that one, mate. The QTH, I know you're just outside Bristol there. QTH this side is 8 miles west of Grimsby, Roger.
8 miles west of Grimsby. I think that's my furthest distance accomplished there on the ground. So well pleased with that. Just making a record of it there. And can I just confirm 26 Delta Romeo 15 QSL?
QSL, mate, QSL, no problem at all, mate. Correct call sign, Roger.
Roger, thank you very much, Rod. We won't hold the net, but that's my best distance on the ground there, so well appreciated. Back to you and back to Stuart. Thank you very much.
33, James, pressure's all mine, sir. How are you, Kevin?
We got you in there, Delta Romeo 15, Rob, no problem at all, QSL.
Very good evening to you there, Kevin. How the devil are you?
Pushing 5, yeah?
No problem there, Kevin. We've got you negative Santiago, radio 2, Roger. Yeah, you're coming through around about 2 pounds from a radio 4, 2 pounds on the radio 4 speed, Roger.
That's really good. Yeah, well, that's some distance all the way down to Saffron Walden. Yeah, do you go on the 305 net then?
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, we do the East End, and I go on the East End net for Richard, and I go to the actual midweek net, and with Simon there at time match across the top at Holcombe, brother.
All right, yeah, no problem. Well, hopefully when I'm down that part of the world, I will try to get into the midweek net sometime. But yeah, I had a friend over at Mildenhall, John. I don't know if you were. He said he was speaking to someone from down Saffron Waldron last night. I don't know. Was that yourself who was speaking to John at Mildenhall?
Yeah, well, yeah, we were speaking to quite a few contacts last night. We do really well. Yeah, he was at Mildenhall, Roger.
That's right. Yeah, well, John's a very, very, very good friend of mine. And yeah, so next time you talk to John, tell him you were speaking to Stuart, all the way in Leicestershire.
Stuart. Yeah, what's good, Stuart, yeah.
Bring you in a sec.
You're getting a little bit of bad conditions. We've got a heavy fog here, Roger. Yes, all right.
Yeah, I think the fog is certainly helping things. Listen, is it okay if, Des, is it okay if I pass you through to, I think it's Mike. He's in Cannock Chase, and that really would be a bit of a distance. So if you could give, I think it's Mike in Cannock Chase a shout, please.
Yeah, baby, 2239, 288 mobile, Cannock Chase, 288 Staffordshire, is it? That's lovely, guys. Just wanted to make the trip. We just put the barrel up a little bit, sir. I don't know if that's any better to you. Just wanted to know the trip you're coming through, mate. Radio on full, signal zero, but you're making the trip, Roger. Lovely, guys. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Stuart. Back to you, Stuart.
QSK.
That's not a problem at all. Yeah, the QSK station. QRZ.
2652-2121, Mr. Adrian in Bedworth.
Hello there, Adrian. Fantastic to have you on there, young man. Are you taking anything of Des over in Saffron Walden?
I'm afraid not tonight, no. If you would pass on my best regards to him, that would be lovely, but sorry, no two-way for me.
Icon 706 Mark 1, standard microphone, 100 watts out of the radio, through a D2LT, sir. Roger?
Well, Rob, up there in Leicester, should be proud of that, mate. That sounds brilliant. And, yeah, as you well know, you've been getting out all over the country. So, yeah, well done. And, yeah, make sure you have a look at the Facebook group. And I shall be putting this video on for you later. Not till tomorrow evening, though.
Stuart. Okay, Stuart, no problem at all, sir. Pleasure's all mine there. I was contemplating bringing the 480 out, but I do... Yeah, there's another station as well that's calling in. I don't know if you got him. His name was Nick or something coming across. Did you say Nick or Mick? Nick. He was at Rutland Water, I think he was. Rutland. No, I didn't pick anything up. If he's still about and he'd like to give us a shout, go ahead.
Well, that's quite...
Okay, mate.
That's quite a night we've had tonight on the net. We've got all over the country. And Des, who you just heard a second ago, he's in Saffron Walden.
Who's that? Mike Alpha Tango. He used to talk up, he used to come down up your way, up Grimsby, Roger. No, I've heard him for quite a while, actually, there, Des. Roger, mate. Yeah. Okay, dokie. Thanks very much for letting us in and get to the rod. Thanks very much. Cheers and beers there, Des. Take it steady, mate. Back to you, Stuart.
Well, there we have it. Quite a successful night. The conditions were quite something on Thursday night. That was Thursday, the 11th of January 2018, and we started at 1900 on the frequency of 27255. We had I think it was 27 contacts, and it started off with let's have a look, with Tom, and that was Delta Alpha 75, and he came through with a signal of 5 and 7, and he was in Lutterworth. And then we had 26 Charlie Tango 2683. That was Steve. Steve, you were coming through on a 5, radio 5, and signal 3, and that was Northeast Lincolnshire. And then we had Tango Mike 575. That was Mark, radio 5, signal 7, and he was in Annesley. Then we had our very Delta Romeo 15, and that was Rod. I kept calling him Rob, but that was Rod, and he started the night off coming through on a radio 4, signal 0, but as the night went on, it just got better and better, and he was in Leicester on high ground. So and he stayed with us throughout the whole night. So Rod, thanks very, very much for that. And as you know from the video, we passed him through to some very, very distant stations. The conditions where I were are absolutely superb. We were pulling the stations in all over the country. Anyway, let's have a look. I think this was Sierra Mike 36. Sierra Mike 36. That was Malk. And he was coming through on a radio 4 signal 0, and he was in Beverley. That's right up, I think that's right up near Hull on the other side of the Humber. So fantastic. That was a superb copy. I don't think he was picking myself up because I think he was at his home QTH, but we were certainly getting you a radio 4, no problem at all there, Mark. So thanks for calling in. Then yes, of course, we had our very own Lima Romeo 039. That's Pete, and as normal, Pete was on a different radio this week, but he was coming through on a 5 and 7, and Pete's in Belper, Derbyshire. And we had Charlie Tango 2424, I think that is. It's either 2424 or 27. Sorry if I get that wrong. And that was Kevin, and Kevin was in Dorking, of all places. So from Leicester, well, actually north West Leicestershire. That's quite some distance to get all the way down to Dorking. And yeah, Kevin, you were coming through on a radio 5, no problem at all, signal 0. Okay, and we had great to hear from James again down there near Bristol, and his call sign Charlie Tango 2681. And James, yeah, you started off on radio 5, signal 1, but as you probably noticed by the meter on the radio, the signal meter, it was showing later in the evening you were getting up to signal 3. So well done. Okay, Uniform Kilo 1001, I think that was John, and he was coming through on a 5 and 7, and John's in Market Harbour. Thanks for calling in, John. Then we had Wayne from I think that's Nottingham. That's 26464, and you were radio 5, signal 7. We had Lima Tango 777. That's our very own Steve. Steve, thanks ever such a lot for calling in, and you was radio 5, signal 7, and Steve's in Derby. Then we had let's have a look. I've got 2290. I hope I've got that right. Anyway, that was Ray, and Ray was in East Sussex. I don't think I had you on the video, which is unfortunate, so sorry about that. But you were coming through on a radio 1 and signal 0, but you know, we knew you were there and we could hear you. So I think that was the furthest distance of the night to get into East Sussex. That's quite something. Also, we had Uniform Kilo 0204. That was Mark, and radio 5, of course, and signal 7. And Mark is in Nottingham. Let's have a look. Next was Charlie Tango 2684, and that was Rob. Rob was radio 5, signal 7, and he was in Sandiacre. And then we had our very own Stefan, who called in. Thanks a lot, Stefan. And his call sign Charlie Tango 16795 5 and 6. And that was in between Sandiacre and Risley on high ground. And then we had our very own Delta Romeo 1959. That's Dave, who put the fear of God in me a little later in the evening. Made us all smile and laugh. You were coming through on a 5 and 7, and he was in Syston, but then he drove and gave me a surprise by knocking on my window at my QTH. Whoa, it made me jump. It was quite funny. Yeah, thanks ever such a lot for that, David. And yeah, it's always great to have you on. You're a great guy. Okay, who else? We had Charlie Tango 2686, and that's Daryl. Yeah, Daryl was Radio 5, Signal 8, and Daryl's in Ashby-Dalazus. And he switched radios while we were talking to him, and yeah, both sounded superb. The second one sounded better. Okay, then we had 26 Tango Mike 1090. That's Andy. Andy was 5 and a Signal 9. And not surprising, he was not too far away from us. Clear line of sight down to Loughborough. And then we had from all the way from Ross on Y, that was Charlie Tango 2543, and that was Julian. Julian, you were not, I don't think you were picking us up because of the QRM at your location, but I was getting your brilliant Radio 5, 0 signal, but the audio was fantastic. Okay, then we had yeah, another one of our good friends. That's Mike Echo 01. That's John, and yeah, 5 and 9. But of course, and he was in Derby, and yeah, say no more about Popeye. Okay, what else did we have? Mike Uniform 2008, and that was Mark. And he was coming through on a 5 and 9, and that's another great character. Mark, thanks for calling in. He was in Cannock, and next week I think Mark's going to go up on the Long Mind, so we'll be very, if conditions are good, hopefully I might be able to bring some stations in from Wales from there, so we'll see how we go with that. And then we had Mike Tango 12, I think that was the correct call sign, and that's Mike. And Mike, you were coming through on a 5, signal 4, and it was in Sleaford. Then we had Echo 440, that's Ian, and Ian's at Castle Donington, and that was Radio 5, signal 7. Then we Charlie Tango 2597, that was Sean, Radio 5, signal 7. Sorry, Sean, I didn't get the location down. You could probably put that down in the comments. That would be good. Papa Bravo 0999. That was Pete, and that was a 5 and 6, and he was from Bilborough. Let's have a look. Charlie Tango 2239. That was Des, and Des, he was. You probably noticed on the meter, we had him on the video, and I think it was a signal in between 0 and 1, but we were getting there's on a very quiet, but I would give it a Radio 4, and that was Saffron Waldron in Essex. And in case I didn't say earlier, we were actually in Leicestershire, so northwest Leicestershire, so that was a fantastic copy all the way down there. And finally, we had Charlie Tango 508, and that was Nick, who was picking, I believe, your son up, and it was great to have you on, mate. You were 5 and signal 6, and you were in Rutland. So fantastic. Well done to everybody that called in on the net on Thursday the 11th of January 2018. Really enjoyed it. It was quite exceptional, and I hope the video did it justice by showing you just how far you can actually get out when you drive out somewhere, do some de-exiting and get away from all of the interference. It just shows if the conditions are there, you can really get out, and that's how it was on Thursday night. I think probably the mist and fog was helping keeping the signal down, and it certainly did the trick. Okay, if anybody didn't manage to get in last Thursday night, well, certainly give us a call again on Thursday for the East Midlands USB DX group. You can find us on the on Facebook if you're watching this via YouTube. So from myself, it's Stuart. That's 26 Charlie Tango 2652. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great week. We'll catch you next Thursday.